revelations about the agency responsible for protecting the President of the United States, including that U.S. Secret Service personnel openly rooted for former President Trump as he tried to undermine the 2020 election. In her new book, Washington Post investigative reporter Carol Leonnig writes that while some Secret Service agents whisked former Vice President Pence off the House floor on January 6th during that attack, others sided with the rioters on social media, one agent calling them patriots, while others reposted an anti-Biden screed and an upside-down American flag, a military signal for extreme distress. Secret Service Director James Murray is pushing back in a statement Tuesday, saying the American people can rest assured that the U.S. Secret Service is an apolitical and nonpartisan agency. Joining me now, three-time Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter Carol Leonnig, co-author of A Very Stable Genius. Her latest is Zero Fail, The Rise and Fall of the Secret Service. We should point out what the Secret Service is saying is that they have reformed, they have done a lot of work. They're not rebutting individual issues that are raised in this book, at least not that I've been able to detect. First, that the Secret Service, some personnel were rooting for former President Trump as he lied about the election, while others were defending the January 6th rioters. Carol, tell us about that.
You know, this was a disturbing episode for even the Secret Service agents who stood shoulder to shoulder with their colleagues on the presidential detail. They sent to me within days of these social media postings their colleagues articulating their concern that President Biden was an illegitimate president. The members of the Presidential Protection Division were sharing their concern that liberals, socialists, Democrats had stolen the election and the rightful second term from Donald Trump. You know, it wasn't too far a stretch in one respect. There were some supervisors on the presidential detail and other people in the Secret Service who had MAGA hats in their office. Members of the presidential detail wore red ties in solidarity with the president on the night of the election. It's a conservative leading agency, but it was still shocking to many of these members that there would be friends alongside them responsible for protecting the president and the incoming president who were questioning Biden's legitimacy and encouraging, if not cheering, on the patriots at January 6th storming the Capitol.
And you also report that there was a delay in ramping up Secret Service protection, full protection, beyond what he had as a candidate, because former President Trump had not yet, after the election, conceded and it hadn't been certified.
President Trump sent out the word to all the agencies that he did not want this transition to begin because he was still challenging the presidency and the election. He was still insisting he had won. Now, you can insist you win and you can go to court and you can challenge it all you want, but you can still allow a transition time for the presumed president-elect to learn what he has to do on the job and for his team to get ready for the new presidency. Donald Trump refused to do that, and the Secret Service followed in his footsteps and his request. And they did not extend a full president-elect detail to President-elect Biden. The reason that I share this in the book is that several people who used to be in charge of this assignment previously were shocked and calling me complaining, saying, if I were there now, the president would have to fire me to stop me from providing President-elect Biden all of the protection he deserves, because basically he has a bigger target of assassination on his back the moment he is the presumed president.
And also that going into the White House, the president and his team wanted a new team. They wanted a new protective detail.
Transition advisors to then President-elect Joe Biden were very worried about all of the things I just mentioned because they were hearing about this from their friends inside the agency and inside the Department of Homeland Security. And their urging to the Secret Service and to their friends there was, we need a total switch out of these agents on the president's detail who appear to be rooting for Donald Trump and taking a side. What the Secret Service ultimately decided to do was to change very prominent detail leaders and supervisors and put in their place individuals that had protected Biden when he was vice president and also been in charge of protecting Jill Biden when she was the second lady under the Obama administration.
Well, Carol Leonnig, it's an extraordinary book. The book is Zero Fail, a complete and exhaustive history of the Secret Service. Thank you very much for being with us today. And
Thanks.